hope that you are watching our YouTube channel, UVM e-learning 8 to 10, and you are doing your study regularly. Students, up to this, we have started our chapter number 8, useful and harmful microbes. In part first, we have studied useful microbes such as lactobacilli, rhizobium, and yeast. During the study of yeast, we come to know that yeast is a heterogeneous unicellular eukaryotic type of fungus. Near about 1,500 different species of yeast are present. Yeast reproduce asexually by the formation of buds. This process is called budding. Yeast carried out fermentation process. During this process, carbon dioxide gas is produced. The molasses is converted into alcohol. It is carried out by the yeast. Yeast is also useful for the preparation of bread. Nowadays in India, alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol, is mixed in the petrol. Antibiotics are the carbon compounds obtained from some bacteria and fungus, destroying or preventing the growth of the harmful microorganisms such as bacteria or fungus. Antibiotics is a discovery. It produced revolutionary changes in the medicine. Antibiotics mainly act against bacteria. Some antibiotics can destroy protozoans also. Some antibiotics are useful against a wide variety of the bacteria. They are called broad spectrum antibiotics. Examples are ampicillin, amoxicillin, and tetracycline. When the pathogens cannot be identified, even though the symptoms of the disease are visible, broad spectrum antibiotics are used. Whenever a pathogen's microorganisms is definitely known, then narrow spectrum antibiotics are used. For example, penicillin, gentamicin, erythromycin. There are two types of antibiotics: broad spectrum antibiotics and narrow spectrum antibiotics. Penicillin is a group of antibiotics obtained from a fungus, Penicillium, and it is used for the controlling the infectious disease caused by the bacteria such as Staphylococcus, Clostridium, Streptococci. The penicillin containing penicillium are useful for the treat certain bacterial infections of the ear, nose, and skin, as well as the disease like pneumonia and scarlet fever. We have to study the precautions while using the antibiotics. The first one, antibiotics should be taken only when prescribed by a doctor. Don't purchase the antibiotics without the prescription from a doctor. Don't consume antibiotics on your own to treat the common cold or influenza. Even if you feel normal or well, before completing the prescribed course of antibiotics, you must continue and complete it. Then don't suggest to others the antibiotics which were useful to you. We have completed the first part, that is useful microbes. Now we have to study the second part, that is harmful microbes. The microscopic spores of the fungi are present in the air. If they get a sufficient moisture, the spores germinate into the cotton fiber, gunny bags, leather, wooden articles. The fungal hyphae penetrate deep into the material like gunny bags, leather, or wooden articles and reproduce. They cause the material to wear and become weak. As a result, the gunny bags, leather articles, shoes, purses, belts on which the fungi have grown do not last long. Wooden articles become spoiled. Sometimes various species of fungi also grow in pickles, murambas, jam, sauces, chutney. They use the nutrients in these foods and grow and reproduce. During this activity, fungi releases the poisonous substance, that is mycotoxin, certain poisonous chemicals into the food, and thus the food become poisonous. Hence, the food on which the fungi grow should not be consumed. Now, we have to see the next harmful bacteria, that is Clostridium. The bacteria which spoil the cooked food are Clostridium. About 100 different species of this bacteria. Some of these are free living and some are present in the alimentary canal of the human and other animals. These bacteria are rod shaped and produce bottle shaped endosperm in an adverse condition. These bacteria are respire in absence of oxygen. These are anaerobic bacteria. Like fungi and bacteria, some other microorganisms which are also harmful, such as bacteria, virus, protozoans, fungi, are also responsible for the different diseases in case of human as well as in animals. We have learned about various which are smaller than bacteria and can grow and reproduce only in living cells. The spread of the disease and prevention of the disease. The disease AIDS is caused by the pathogen virus. Hepatitis caused by the virus. Influenza caused by the virus. Measles and chickenpox also caused by the virus. Bird flu, swine flu, H1N1 caused by the virus. Dengue, this disease also caused by the virus. Then pneumonia caused by the bacteria. Leprosy is caused by the bacteria. Cholera is caused by the bacteria. Malaria is caused by the protozoans. And dandruff, ringworm, scabies, these diseases are caused by the fungi. Now, the last part, that is the lichen. Lichen is the symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. This way, we have studied the chapter number 8, that is useful and harmful microbes. In the first part, we have studied useful microbes such as lactobacilli, rhizobium and yeast. Then antibiotics, penicillin. In second part, we have studied the harmful microbes such as fungi, Clostridium bacteria and different harmful microbes such as protozoans, algae, fungi, bacteria and virus. Most of the microorganisms, these are harmful to us except algae. Algae are autotrophic. They produce their food material by the process of photosynthesis. So generally algae do not produce any disease in case of human being or animal. The last part, that is the lichen, it is a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi.